Hey y'all, so my student Ariana, asked me for a yoga video that she could do on her vacation. So I thought, okay, vacation, you're probably in tight quarters, you need something that you can do with not a lot of space. So I thought, why not just film my home practice, which I do in my little office that I share with my husband. So I really do believe that you can practice anywhere. You need to get into a studio as often as you can to see your teachers, but when you're on the road, when you're on vacation, that doesn't mean your practice has to end. So let's get started. Just come into your space, and it really doesn't have to be a mat space. It can be carpet, and that's what I'm practicing on today. Okay. Cool, so as you come into your space, find a place where you can sit up really tall, and maybe that's crisscross yoga sauce, or you can start in a kneeling seat. Because kneeling is a little edgy on your knees, you can put a block or a bolster or a pillow. If you're in a hotel room, you just grab one of those pillows off the bed and you just stick it under your dish. Alright, so I'm going to take cross legs today. I think that's going to feel a little sweeter on my knees. I like to tuck one heel in, the other ankle can lay flat. You notice that your knees popping up, you lean away, pressing into the hip a little bit so you can sort of situate your booty and find a place where everything roots. There shouldn't be any discomfort in your knees, and if there are, you can always switch. You can always figure out if the other foot in front is going to feel better. Alright, so sit up really tall, hands on your thighs. You can rest up or down, it's up to you. We're going to take your hands just to press firmly. It can be backs of the hands, it can be with the palms. Press just a gentle anchor down, and from that pressure down, lift up. Feel the crown of your head come on straight up. And now cup the knees, and on the exhale, draw your belly in, start to round your back. Round your back. And on the inhale, scoop forward, like you're doing a little cow pose. Let the back arch a little bit, gaze can come up. Exhale, round into a cat back. Inhale, scoop forward. Exhale, curl round. Inhale, scoop forward, let the arms join. Exhale, round. 2 more times like that. Sweep it up, reach. Exhale, round. Last time, sweep it up. This time, rock onto the sit bones, find a little boat pose, engage the core. Fan through the toes. So these little Barbie toes are going to keep you from this little roundness. Reach through the feet and let your heart win over your knees. Extend your arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, cross the ankles, pull them underneath you, and come to a tabletop. So when you're in a tabletop position, you're going to want your wrist creases aligned with the top edge of the space, but if you're on a carpet, you don't have that visual. So I'll check to see that they line up with one another. Yeah, and then spread your fingers wide. You want your elbows, you drew a line from where the little vein leads your blood. You'd want to be able to draw it and let it land somewhere between first fingers. Yeah. Hips come over your knees. We'll start with some churning of the belly. So when you're in a small space, you have to find other ways to move. You maybe can't take your big sweeping movements, but that doesn't mean your practice can't be dynamic. So after we warmed up the spine with a little seated cat-cow, we'll turn the belly a little bit. So start by pushing your ribs out to the right, then lift them up like you're coming into a cat back. Gaze can come down, keep the neck nice and soft, and then roll back down. So again, it's like a little barrel. Allow your elbows to be as athletically bent as you need so that there's no stickiness in the shoulders. You can really churn. So as you lift up to the top as if you're coming through that cat pose, let the belly tuck in, and then push out the ribs and allow it to fluidly come down. A couple more times this side. And we'll reverse it the other way. So on your inhale, draw it up out to the left, and on the exhale, you're coming over the barrel and back down. Taking full breaths through the cycle of movement. And if it's hard to pay attention to where your inhale and exhale is happening, don't freak out about it. Just keep breathing. Nice, one more round. Feels really good. Come back to a neutral spine. Bring your toes together. We'll take a more extended variation in child's pose. Hips go back towards the tops of your feet. Extend your arms wide. Reach your forehead down to the carpet or yoga mat. And on the inhale, you feel your fingers kind of extend, torso extends. See if you're lengthening from tailbone to crown. And then walk over to the right side, stretching into left side body. So you should feel the left rib cage stretch. So the skin on the left rib cage is stretched. Forehead can be down. One more full breath. And then on your inhale, you'll walk over to the other side, stretching into the right side body. Allow the sit bones to stay anchored towards your heels. So if you're going so far over to the right, you're starting to lean all that weight into the one leg. Come back a little bit, mostly so that there's just a stretch and a drag of the musculature here as opposed to any force or any asymmetry or dumping over. Inhale, walk back to center, lift to your tabletop. Tuck your toes, we're going to come to a bent knee, downward facing dog. So keep your legs relatively in the same shape, but lift your knees, shift your arms long and your chest back towards your thighs. Feel all that power in your legs as if you could spring forward. You needed to, you could spring forward. And then once you find your fingertips root, your arms are long, broaden your upper back, and then start to peel your legs long, and you can pedal into one knee and then the next. One knee and then the next. It may feel good to linger on one side, and then the other side. Stay earthy in your hands so that the connection to the ground is strong. It will give your hips and legs a little more freedom to move. Notice if your neck feels super tight, allow your neck to lengthen between your arms. One more full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Now from this position here, soften your knees. You're going to push yourself forward to plank pose. Back of the heart lifts you. Reject the ground, broaden your collarbones, and then let your ears lift up in line with your upper back. Drop your knees down. And then start to draw your elbows in, loop the shoulder heads back so the belly's going to touch down first. Shoulders never go below that elbow line. You're already right here in a cobra pose. Now relax, forehead comes down. We'll take 3 rounds of a little baby cobra. Set the heels of your hands next to your smallest ribs. Press into your feet. On the inhale, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, touch down. A few more times. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, come on down. Keep the legs active. Lift up, shoulder blades move back and down. Lift the neck as the extension of the spine. Exhale, release down. Press back to child's pose. Child's pose. And with the inhale, you rock it forward, tabletop, hands and knees. Tuck the toes, press back. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bring the feet together in the middle. And then draw your right heel up to the ceiling, then extend your right leg long. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it forward, cat the back. Push into the ground so there's space for your foot, then step it through, lunge. Back knee comes down, Anjaneyasana. Lift the torso, draw the belly in and up, let that wave come up to the heart, and then express the arms. You're gonna press down through the back shin, draw and energize back knee forward a little bit. Front heel goes down in a gentle drag back. So there's this interplay of your thighs past one another gently. That'll give you a lot of stability in your base. You can lift up through the waist. Dial your pinky fingers in, soften the base of your neck. 2 more breaths. A nice little check for the weight in your foot is you should be able to pick up your middle 3 toes and feel that arch lift. If picking up your toes makes you wobbly, right, you need to aim for a little more through the heel. One more breath in. Then exhale, shift your hips back, let your fingertips frame your front foot, and pull your toes back to your nose. Pull your toes back to your nose. And as hip creases move back, draw your heart forward towards the top of your foot. Fingertips can gently scrub back towards your hips as well. Now tuck the back toes on an inhale, bend your front knee, come to a low lunge, and lift the back knee up off the earth. Draw your chest forward like a plank pose. And then step your left hand a little wide. You can circle the right lung and right arm open in a more widened twist. So again, if you don't have a ton of space or this is edgy for your back, you can always get into a smaller position, back knee down, maybe the hands a little closer in. You just don't have to twist as far. One more breath in. Exhale, hand down. Now take the big step all the way back to downward facing dog. And then right away, like the crest of a wave, soften the knees so you can push yourself forward. Back of the heart lifts you. Broaden your chest, lift your ears. Then the exhale, knees can come down, loop the shoulder heads back, belly down. Just one time now, cobra pose, heel up. Exhale, touchdown, child's pose. Then rock it forward, tabletop, back of the heart lifts, lengthen your ears from your upper back, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, heel up and back. Lift the hips from your low belly. Instead of doing this whiplash and seeing where you're going with your head, lift the belly and then let the heart and the head follow. Other side, feet come together, then extend and feel the left leg long behind you to reach as if there was a weight behind it. You could push into the wall. Then exhale, tap your back, draw your nose towards your eyelashes, make some space, and then step through. Back knee comes down, and I like to come up into these little cupcake fingers when I'm doing that. This gives me some space. So I'm going to start to move the heart forward and then peel up. So there's this wave-like energy from belly to heart, and then the arms express. A lot of times we're here, right? We just end up in this kind of funky position, but really let it grow up. So you can feel the back line pulling you up. You stay broad in the chest, but you don't pop, right? Or integrated. Press down through the back shin. For some of us who like your toe tucked, I like to press mine down. Draw in and up through pelvic floor, in and up through belly. So you can continually find that wave-like energy from the grounding all the way up. More than once in a pose, right? Sometimes we have to readjust. Take a full breath in. Then exhale, hands come down. Shift the hips back. I like to hop my heel forward just slightly so I have that space. If you're kind of stuck in this awkward position, give yourself the space. Tap your pinky toe back towards your outer hip and move your chest forward towards the top of your foot. A little rotation of the arm bones in your shoulder socket can help you broaden your chest. Now I got my cupcake hands here. Or sometimes, like on Halloween classes, I'll say things from the Adam's Family. And tuck the back toes. Use them to push you forward, low lunge. Heart broadens and lengthens forward like a plank. And plant the right hand a little bit wider than your shoulders so you can peel, and the rotation really comes from basically diaphragm through the shoulders, and your low back and hips stay happy. So you can't see it too much in this video, but my back leg right now is really strong anchor. Let the anchor of your leg grow in the same energetic line as your spine so that as you inhale, there's the lengthening and you're twisting with lots of space instead of twisting into compression. One more breath in. Exhale, hand comes down. You can come down too if you need to reposition yourself, and then step back to downward facing dog. Then right away, like a wave, lengthen it forward, back to heart lifts, ears lengthen forward, and then knees down, roll the shoulder heads back lower, belly drops. This time take the fingers wide, so we're going to come back into those little cupcake hands. Press into the feet, peel back of the heart up, neck extends last, and then dip. Twist your left ear down to the ground and be heavy in the head. Yeah, and then lift first the upper back, then the neck, and then twist. Turn and gaze. Allow your right ear to get heavy. Inhale, lift back to the center. Exhale, touch down. Press back, child's pose. Rock it forward, tabletop. Then tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Step your feet together from the inseam, lift your right leg high. Now open your hip, bend your knee. We're going to take 3 big circles. Stay earthy in your right hand to level out the weight. Allow your knee to come into your chest and back out. 2 times. 3 times. Now switch the direction. Notice on the foot that's grounded, I'm allowing my body to rock up and down to keep it spacious. Then lengthen the right leg, inhale. Knee to eyelashes, wave it forward, step through. Back knee comes down, kneeling crescent, wave it up, frame your ears with your arms. Exhale, half splits, shift your hips back, hop your heel forward. Crawl forward, low lunge, back knee lifts off the ground, and exhale, peel your right fingertips to ceiling. Then take 1 air guitar swing, so strum the guitar. Inhale, touch down, step back, downward dog. Rock it forward, plank pose, and then this time a chaturanga. Elbows come into the side of the body. They don't go past the elbow line. Shoulders, rather, don't go past the elbow line. Extend your arms and press into the tops of your feet. Open up your chest. And then again, from the low belly, lift your hips. Your heart and your head will follow. Let's take the left side. Push your foot high to the ceiling. Energetically, there's a push. It doesn't just swing up there. Then exhale, come through, cat back. Step the foot down. Draw the chest forward, back knee comes down. Wave it up, Anjaneyasana. Reach your fingertips to the ceiling. Then Ardha Hanuman. Shift your hips back, hop your left heel forward. Crawl forward to your low lunge. It's an inhale breath. And then twist, left lung, left fingertips up. 1 strum of the guitar. Sweep it down, then inhale, rise up. Exhale, touch down, big step back. Downward facing dog. Rock it forward, plank pose. Draw the arm bones in, shoulders don't go past the elbow line as you lower. Flip the feet, press your arms along, lift your heart. Then downward facing dog from your low belly, lift up, heart and head follow. Take a full breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more times, inhale. Last time. Inhale your right leg up, high to sky. Exhale, step through lunge. Inhale, kneeling crescent. You've been here before. Lift your arms. This time, exhale, hands to heart. Bring your left elbow around to your right thigh. A little revolve crescent. So the revolve crescent, go from tailbone to your heart, you grow long. Once you hit that spaciousness, you can turn your heart to your thumbs without rocking in your hips and low back. No need to shove or force our hips and low back. They don't like that, right? They don't like it, don't do it. Rotate from where you rotate, around the rib and shoulder area. Inhale, unwind, reach up. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, wave it forward, low lunge. And this time come into a long pyramid. So shift your hips back, pull your toes up to your nose. You're going to be on your finger pads, or if you have books or blocks at home, to put under your hands. Not really great to balance here, right, for our knee. Let something touch the ground. Pull your chest forward, level your hips. So since you're on your back toes and your front heel, you can level your hips without them being stuck to the plant of your foot. Inhale, rock it forward, low lunge. Anchor the back leg, rise up, high crescent, high crescent. Really push into your front heel, so you're really standing on that leg. From that push down, then lift up. Full breath in, and it's warrior 2, back heel down. Open the chest to the side of the room, extend your arms from the center of your body, and then gaze over the front middle finger. Flip your front palm, it's a reverse warrior. Lift the right ribs up, keep the shoulder blade on your upper back. That way the extension comes more from the side bend than it does from just grasping for something behind you. Full breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Big step back, down dog. Rock it forward, plank pose. Chaturanga, lower halfway. Up dog, push the ground away, heart lifts. Downward facing dog, hips up. You notice as I transition back there and gave myself an athletic bend in my elbows. For me, that helps me get around my shoulder joints in that big transition. Yeah, with a little more fluidity. Left side, lift your heel, reach it straight up to ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose and all the way through. Back knee down. Once you find that grounding, let sit bones anchor and then wave up. Reach your fingers up. Exhale, hands to heart. Grow the right side waist so that you can turn. There's spaciousness. And hook the elbow to the outside of your left thigh. So from your back knee to the back of your heart, you grow on inhale. So you can see that length. Once there's length, you can rotate around, and the twist really comes from the part of your body that wants to twist, as opposed to in your sacrum, in your low back, etc. One more round of breath. Exhale it out. Draw your belly in up off your thighs so you're supported for the transition. Inhale, unwind, reach up. Ardha Hanuman, shift your hips back. You can use these fingertips, these cupcake fingertips to give you space. Slide the left heel forward. And your inhale, rock it forward. You can use the back toes to push you long, so you're in this low lunge. And then exhale, you're going to come into this long pyramid. So I'm on the ball mound of my back foot, and I'm on the heel of my front. So as you start to peel and shift your outer left hip back, notice if there's a catch, feels uncomfortable, you just soften the knee. Charge the heart forward from the hip crease. You're growing longer. That, again, that little rotation of your arms is going to help you broaden your collarbones, and then bow. Because our feet aren't fully fixed to the floor again, we can adjust our hips without cranking on them. So give yourself that fluidity. If you notice that you need to level out your hips, there's a lot of space to do so. Now on the inhale, hinge forward, draw the belly in, and then wave up. High press and back where the heart lifts you. Then you can frame your ears with your arms. Sternum towards your pinky fingers. Take another breath in. Then open up. It's warrior two. So back leg anchors you down, press down through the knife edge. Draw in and up through your inner arches. The belly firm in, and then soften the base of the neck. So you're not rolling and squeezing the shoulder blades down, so it's going to give us this. Instead, it's just a gentle softening, so you feel supported from underneath, but your arms, the muscles of your arms are strong. And flip the front palm. Find that little extension forward or that little side shift, and then gather that up. Ribs lift to the ceiling so that your shoulder blade can stay on your back. Drive into the front knee a little bit more so you can extend farther back. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Use the belly. Lift and float your foot back, downward facing dog. And rock it forward, plank pose. Lower, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, press into the ground, open your chest. Downward facing dog, hips up. Take a full breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Last time, breathe it in. Breathe it out. And drop down to your knees. Swing your legs out in front of you. You're going to lower all the way down to the back, and I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Lower all the way down. So we've done a lot of forward motion. We're going to open up our hip flexors with a little bridge pose. So root into your feet. You should be able to tickle the backs of your heels with your fingers, roughly, with an inch or two. Gaze straight up to the ceiling. Push into the feet to lift the hips. So if you lift the hips and you just notice you get kind of stuck here, right? Your chest immediately goes to your chin. Come back down. Push into the feet. Lift the hips and think about the tailbone lengthening. Roll the inner thighs down so your big toes planked. And gather your shoulder blades underneath you. And once you're up this high and there's some weight on your shoulders and maybe a little bit of weight in your neck a little bit, gaze straight up so your neck doesn't move. My trick is that if you feel that your neck is getting a little scrunched, you can either reset, but if it's a small adjustment that you need to make, just try to look past your body. So almost like you're trying to look behind yourself. That's going to help you lengthen your neck. Take another breath in. And the exhale, start to articulate the spine and the weight down. Let your tailbone touch down, soles of feet together, knees butterfly open, and Supta Baddha Konasana. And place a hand on your belly, hand on your heart. So you slow down your breathing here. Allow your belly to fill first. And as you exhale, allow your chest to lower first. Take your hands to your knees, close them up. Hug your knees to your chest. If you have time for something like legs at the wall, that can be a really sweet suggestion, especially when we're on vacation. We're probably walking a lot. Maybe you're wearing high heels or you're going out dancing. Something like legs at the wall can help alleviate any swelling in your feet. Maybe you've been on a plane for a long time. Legs at the wall can be a great suggestion for that. Give yourself some time. And then obviously, Shavasana, legs up the wall can be a substitute for Shavasana. Maybe you take it for 5 or 10 minutes, or maybe you do 5 minutes of legs up the wall and then 5-10 minutes of just Shavasana laying down. So as you come out of that pose, you're going to draw your knees into your chest, roll to your side, push yourself up with your hand. Always give yourself some time to recalibrate, come to a seat, and really collect yourself, collect your thoughts, and give yourself a moment before you re-enter whatever it is, be it if kiddos are on your vacation or if you're going back into the office or whatever it is, give yourself a moment to align. Let your shoulders roll down your back so your chest reopens. Float the crown of your head to the ceiling. Thank yourself for this time, the time you gave, the investment you made in your body, in your mind, in your breath. Lift your thumb knuckles up to your mind's eye. Seal your practice with a bow. Namaste. So thanks for joining me for a home practice in my office. You can do yoga anywhere. It doesn't have to be fancy, and when you're on the road, it's great to be able to practice. But as soon as you get home, you run right back to your home studio, give your teacher a big squeeze, and enjoy that practice in the safe, familiar space and welcoming space of your hometown studio. But in the meantime, feel free to tune into this video or any of the other talented yoga teachers online who are sharing their practice with you. Cool. Namaste.